The screen lit up again, not because of a message, but because my thumb touched it without thinking. Same lock screen. Same time creeping forward. Same silence. I knew, logically, that nothing new would be there, but logic has very little power when hope refuses to die quietly. Hope is stubborn. It keeps tapping your shoulder long after the room is empty, whispering maybe this time. I told myself I was just checking the time. That was the lie I repeated the most. That every glance was a small test of faith, a silent question thrown into the dark. Are you still out there? Did you remember me today? The phone felt heavier with each check, like it was storing the weight of all the unsent words between us. At first, it didn't feel unhealthy. It felt human. People don't disappear instantly in your heart just because. They vanish from your messages. There's a delay, a buffering period. Your mind keeps refreshing the page, expecting the connection to come back online. And every time it didn't, I told myself, just give it a little more time. Morning was the worst. That brief moment after waking up, before reality fully loads, when your brain still believes in yesterday. My hand would reach for the phone before my feet touched the floor. Notifications from apps I didn't care about. Weather updates. News alerts. Anything but the one name I was searching for. I'd stare at the screen longer than necessary, as if staring harder could change the outcome. I'd carry the phone with me everywhere, even around the house. Kitchen to couch. Couch to window. Window back to kitchen. Always face up, always close. It felt ridiculous, but putting it face down felt like giving up, like admitting that nothing was coming. And I wasn't ready for that kind of honesty yet. Friends said things they thought were helpful. If they wanted to talk, they would. You deserve better. Stop checking your phone. They said it like it was a switch I could flip, like longing had an off button. I nodded. Smiled, agreed. Then I went right back to checking. Because missing someone doesn't respond to advice. It responds to time, and time was moving too slowly. What hurt most wasn't the absence itself. It was the uncertainty. No clear ending. No dramatic goodbye. Just a gradual fading, like a radio station losing signal while you're still listening. One day there were messages. The next day, fewer, then nothing. No explanation, no closure, just silence loud enough to echo. Silence does strange things to your mind. It fills itself with stories. Maybe they're busy. Maybe something happened. Maybe they're thinking the same thing I am. Maybe today is the day. And so the phone gets checked again, and again, and again. Each time a tiny heartbreak, quick and sharp, stacking up quietly. I started noticing patterns in myself that I didn't like. Jumping at vibrations that weren't real. Feeling my heart race when the screen lit up for a spam notification. Feeling stupid for feeling hopeful. Feeling angry at myself for not being stronger. But strength doesn't look the same in moments like this. Sometimes strength is just getting through the day without texting someone who already chose not to reply. Evenings were quieter, heavier. That was when the urge to check became almost unbearable. Night has a way of pulling emotions to the surface. The world slows down. Distractions fade, and suddenly all that space is filled with thoughts you've been avoiding. I'd sit there, phone in hand, scrolling through old messages I knew by heart. Reading jokes. Reading plans that never happened. Reading affection that now felt like evidence from another life. There was a moment, late one night, when I realized something uncomfortable. I wasn't just checking for a message. I was checking to see if I still mattered. That hit harder than I expected, because it meant I had tied my sense of worth to a screen lighting up, to someone else's decision. And that's a dangerous place to live. But even knowing that didn't stop me right away. Awareness comes before change, not instead of it. I still checked, just a little less often. I started leaving the phone in the other room sometimes. At first, it felt like withdrawal, like I might miss something important. Then I realized that if something truly important was going to happen, it wouldn't depend on me staring at my phone every few minutes. One afternoon, hours passed without me checking. I didn't plan it. It just happened. I was doing something ordinary, something small, and when I finally noticed the phone again, there was a strange mix of relief and sadness. Relief because nothing bad had happened. Sadness because nothing had happened at all. And maybe that was the answer I'd been avoiding. It wasn't that they were about to come back. It was that they already had left. And my constant checking was keeping me emotionally stuck at the door, waiting for footsteps that weren't coming. Realizing that didn't erase the pain, but it did give it a shape. And pain with a shape is easier to carry than pain without one. I still check sometimes. Not as often. Not with the same intensity. The habit hasn't disappeared completely, but it's lost its power. Now when the screen lights up and it's not them, it doesn't crush me the way it used to. It's just information. Neutral. Quiet. What surprised me most was this. The less I checked my phone, the more I checked in with myself. I started noticing how tired I was. How much emotional energy I had been spending on someone who wasn't spending any on me. I started asking harder questions. Not why didn't they message me, but why am I waiting for someone who chose silence? And that question doesn't have a quick answer. It unfolds slowly. It forces you to look at patterns, at attachments, at the parts of you that equate love with waiting. It's uncomfortable work. Necessary work. The kind that doesn't come with notifications or alerts, but changes things anyway. If you're watching this and you recognize yourself in these moments, let me ask you something gently. How many times have you checked your phone today for someone who hasn't shown up in a long time? And what would happen if, just once, you chose to put that energy back into yourself instead? You don't have to erase them from your memory overnight. Healing doesn't work like that. But maybe you can stop refreshing the silence, hoping it will suddenly speak. Maybe you can start listening to the part of you that already knows the truth but has been too tired to say it out loud. If this story resonated with you, take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps this space reach more people who might need to hear that they're not alone in moments like this. And I really want to hear from you in the comments. Have you ever kept checking your phone for someone who was already gone? What finally helped you stop? Or are you still in that waiting phase? Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to read tonight.